My name's Ted Monte. I play John Norton. I'm involved in the play because I'm one of the actors in the play.
The lead actor.
So tell me about your character.
John Norton. I play an anthropologist who's come to Iraq to buy artifacts for the university that he teaches. And while he's finding the artifacts that he may buy, or for shows he may buy, the museum gets attacked by a group of what he believes are terrorists, and he becomes a prisoner of those terrorists. So I have a story that I think all Americans and maybe everybody across the world has this deep, dark fear about, is what would it, especially in this day and age, what would it be like to be captured by what I think are ISIS terrorists, and what would that be like? And so that's my role in the play, is to discover myself amongst this group of people that have taken me as prisoner.
Cool. What are some difficulties you might have had trying to portray?
Oh my gosh, it's an incredibly challenging role because of the complexity of the story itself. I mean, as I said, it's an amazing story, and one I think that especially in America we think about all the time. So the challenge is to try and be true to the character, and also try and be true to the situation and the fear and the goals of me as a prisoner. I mean, because it's not just, oh my God, I'm afraid, I'm scared. It's, how do I get out of here? Is there a chance to get out of here? What do I need to do and still be true to myself and be true to the character himself? So it's an amazing challenge to go through all those gamuts of emotions and then try and figure out how to resolve it. Well, everybody I've talked to is interested in it. So when I tell them I'm playing an American who gets captured by ISIS terrorists, everybody's like, "Oh my God, that sounds great! That sounds great! That should be a movie. That sounds wonderful." So you just have to give that premise, because it's an amazing premise. And again, like I keep saying, it's something that we think about all the time. So I think that the things are really that are unique about this particular story is that it's not just one-sided. It's not just, it's not Homeland. It's not, some military guy, getting out of this situation. It's just a regular guy who has been put into a situation that is way beyond his control. And what the story does is it doesn't take just one side. It really tries to show you the other side, which is like, what is the Muslim thinking, which is something that, especially here in America, we don't know. We try and understand, there's so much fear, there's so much not understanding, but it tries to take a look at it from an American point of view and from a Muslim point of view. And we're trying to bridge that gap without having any kind of preconceived notions on what the people are thinking. So that, for me, is what I'm trying to, from the character's point of view, understand what's happening and what I'm learning with what I know and what I'm trying to teach also. So it's a fascinating story, and it's incredibly challenging to do all that.
What do you teach them?
What do I teach them? Well, you got to come see the play to see that now, don't you?
Let me join this. Are you going to tell us you're a spy for real? Come on, admit it. I see a wire. You're spying on us. That's it.
See, and that's another thing. That's a big fear that they have, I would think, as we do too. I mean, we have that fear here. I mean, you just look at it, who's a spy? I mean, we think anybody who's from the Middle East is a spy. They're going to kill us. They think the same thing over there. I mean, anybody that's American. I mean, and we don't understand all the things as Americans, what our country and other countries have done. I mean, the Middle East has been a hotbed of violence for thousands and thousands of years. It has nothing to do with us, and some has to do with us. So there's a history that most Americans don't understand, that, we don't delve into the American, conflict, or actually the war conflict in here. We do delve into the mythological and religious aspects between American religious mythology and Muslim mythology, or Sumerian, or what has come into that region. So we try and give some teachings from a ground up of what's happened there.
You
in
think we're all
an
terrorists,
exciting
we
way.
think you're all spies. That's all.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a basic, thing that we all live with here, and hopefully we can kind of bridge that gap of showing that not everybody's a terrorist.